Meg.
Megan, why you lying on that boy? Why you lying
Is
on
it the
that
truth
boy?
or a lie?
Look good in that girl.
Your whole team came. What's up, Pop? He's got the baby with him. Baby boy. He's got the baby with him. Open up.
Let him walk, man.
Have some respect, yo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, have some dirty.
It's not over. God does not lose. Never.
And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Todd.
Let's go. We're back with a new video, so it must be relevant. And today we'll be talking about Romeo and Juliet gone very wrong. So, for those living under a rock, the Tory Lanez and MeganTheStallion shooting trial has begun, and boy has it been spicy. But just to recap, back on July 12, 2020, MeganTheStallion and Tory Lanez were leaving a party at Kylie Jenner's house when Tory Lanez allegedly shot MeganTheStallion after a heated argument, as claimed by MeganTheStallion. Now, recently the trial has been underway and there have been many shocking moments which have made the upcoming winner of this case very murky. For this trial, Megan's team are of course the prosecutors, whilst Tory's team are the defendants, but that may change after the case is concluded, provided Tory gets the win. So, the trial started off with MeganTheStallion having a slight edge by of course playing to sympathy through crying and stating Tory's actions made her wish she was dead. This was of course a solid tactic to start off with, but it would be quickly drowned by the many witnesses, starting off with Kelsey, who happened to be Megan's best friend, that was also present during the whole situation. Now, Kelsey responded to a series of questions, but her most notable response was when she said everything she previously told the prosecutors and investigators about Tory shooting Megan was a lie because she did not want to incriminate herself so she could protect herself. She also denies Tory threatening to shoot her and also says she did not take any money from him. However, she doesn't deny any offers being made by Tory to of course pay her off. Kelsey also said that Meg's claim of Tory shooting while saying Dance B was ridiculous, replying, "Now where did that come from?" DNA experts were also brought in and said that the magazine was tested and 4 DNA profiles were found, but none of them were Tory's. They also said the same thing when asked about the gun, stating the DNA evidence was inconclusive. Now, the prosecution argued back, accusing them of being bought and questioning their credibility. Meg's stylist EJ was also brought in and he said Tory, Meg and Kelsey were tremendously drunk and that there was an issue with Tory and Kylie that got Meg to be irritated and not act like herself. Now, the biggest bombshells came from the last witness, who happened to see the whole fight from his balcony. So, this witness says he saw 2 women fighting, which were of course Meg and Kelsey, and he saw a security guard try to separate all 4 because Tory had joined in. Now, they were all fist fighting, so no weapons were originally being used until an unidentifiable woman went back in the car and there was a muzzle and flash afterwards. Now, after the shots, the man got involved with the woman, so Tory got involved with whoever shot the gun, and more shots went off. So the person also said the man shot multiple times at the sky, so Tory shot multiple times at the sky, and some time passed and he saw a woman crawling on the ground and 3 people proceeding to follow that woman, beating her up. Now, the witness said he thought that they were going to throw this woman in the river, but they actually ended up taking this woman in the car and they ended up driving off. But anyway, this is where the trial currently is, so there have been a lot of things that have occurred and we are pretty much at the end of the trial. Now, my personal thoughts on this is I believe ultimately Tory Lanez will be acquitted. I say this because ultimately there are many conflicting stories and not enough direct proof that he just decided to shoot Megan multiple times after having an argument. I believe personally that there was an issue, but it had multiple parties behaving in a violent manner, so in court, I can see the jury not being able to conclusively pin everything on Tory. Now, of course, witnesses have a tendency to lie, but the witness who said he saw everything sounds more like the actual truth. Tory, however, does have a history of being violent and getting in altercations, which ultimately plays to his disadvantage in situations like this, but hopefully this situation will cause him to grow and change for the better. Now, as stated before, the decision for this trial has not yet been made, but I'll be sure to update you guys on any new news. Hey guys, so I was making this video, the decision to the case ended up coming out, and wow, it has left me and almost everyone who has been closely following this situation completely shocked. So the jury ended up deliberating and ultimately determined that Tory Lanez was guilty to all 3 counts of shooting MeganTheStallion beyond a reasonable doubt. This means he'll be held in custody with no bail until late January, when he'll be sentenced to 20 years in prison. It was reported that once the decision was made, Tory stood emotionless, just staring in front of him as each member of the jury were brought out saying guilty. Now, this decision was obviously received poorly and has sparked public outrage and debate. Now, my personal opinion is that it's ridiculous. I still have many questions, such as who was on the jury deciding his sentencing, and how could anyone possibly say he is guilty without a reasonable doubt, considering all the conflicting stories and facts which showed opposite. Now, his lawyers have been saying the same thing and they are looking to appeal the case. However, I personally don't think the system wants him to win. You had lawyers, people in the public, and all sorts of outlets believing he would be acquitted, including his family. So I doubt they will change the decision. Now, once the decision was made, Tory Lanez's father had a major outburst in court, calling the decision wicked and also mentioning Roc Nation as masterminds behind it before being temporarily removed. Another fellow recorded the situation, but they were caught and brought before the judge, as reports are stating. To me, this is a complete embarrassment of the justice system in America, and it shows how when you are a black male, you tend to have a lot of people in power seeking to detain you and rob you of your humanity, especially when you don't bow down to an evil agenda. We often see this with many black artists and black people in general, with how they are convicted in situations where there is little to no precedent in doing so. To me, this is just outrageous, and it displays racism and sexism to the highest degree. So be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any new videos. Like the video if you want to see more content like this, and comment who you would want me to make my next video on. Please share the video with others so we can grow this community. I do have a Discord and Instagram, as you can see on the screen. You can join and follow all my platforms through the links in the video description and clickable images on my channel banner. For all business inquiries, email me at mustberelevant@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.